Why is it that prices always go up in the country but they never come down, even when situations that make them to go up are better?
Countries like Cuba and Venezuela are suffering in high level of poverty and hardship, and they are communists because they have allowed the regulation of prices. The economy is there. So why should Nigeria embrace such?
Welcome to the second episode of the Nigeria House of Commons TV show. Today we explore a topic that affects every Nigerian household: the regulation of commodity prices on staple goods.
Irregular prices in the market as well is very unfair.
I struggle to bring out my goods, and you are to tell me that I must sell it to 100 naira. Are you kidding me?
With the rising cost of every essential like rice, beans, cooking oil, you name it, millions of Nigerians are struggling to afford food items.
Even when situations that have caused the hike in these prices are being made better, why don't the price go back to the way it usually is?
Today, our honorable members explore these concerns as they debate whether the government should regulate prices on goods or if that will create more challenges in our economy.
We say that we set up a committee, that's going to regionally review this cost, hereby protecting both the consumers and the producers.
So it will be injustice for you to tell us that the price should be universal all over the country. So it's going to affect your people.
Let's dive into this discussion.
The chief, the man of many words. I greet you, my brother. I greet you, sir. I greet you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. No, I won't. I won't. Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. Though tribes and tongues may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians all are proud to serve our sovereign motherland. I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, loyal, and honest, to serve Nigeria with all my strength,
to defend her unity, and upon her honor and glory, swear help me God.
Almighty God, creator and ruler of heaven and earth, we beseech thee to inspire and guide all our counsels and actions, so that we may always walk in the path of justice, love, and clarity to one another. Help us with thy grace to do only those things that will promote the peace, unity, happiness, and prosperity of Nigeria. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you very much. Honorable colleagues, we'll dive quickly into the first business of the day. The first business of the day is on a motion to regulate commodity prices on staple goods, standing in the name of Honorable Anita Ogo. Honorable Anita is invited to please lead the debate on the motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, my honorable colleagues. My name is Anita Ogo, representing the good people of Kaduna State. And I am here today to put forth the motion that we should regulate the prices of staple products in the market. Mr. Speaker, we all know the present situation in the country. Staple food these days are not accessible to everybody. The prices are high. Why? Because it is being hoarded. A lot of people are hoarding these prices so that in hope of when prices increase in the market, they can now bring it out and sell. It is not affordable, neither is it accessible to people of the public. People living below $1 that cannot afford this food. Why is it that prices always go up in the country, but they never come down, even when situations that make them to go up are better? If spaghetti is 100 naira today, and it increases because of one thing or the other to maybe 200, it never comes back to 100, even if the situation surrounding it has been made better. When there is hunger in the land, there is anger in the land. Therefore, people steal. People commit crimes. Because tell me why I can give you 500 naira to go and cause disharmony in a certain place, and then you will go. Why? Because you are hungry. Irregular prices in the market as well is very unfair. Even in the same market, not to talk about other states and regions. The same market, a shop can be selling a product for maybe, let's say, 100 naira. Within that same market, maybe just 2 shops down, is 150. Why is it so? A woman was seriously beaten in the market not too long ago. Why? Because her children were hungry. Is that fair, my honorable speakers? It's quite unfair. My prayer to this house, Mr. Speaker, is that institutions are set up so that they can properly regulate these prices and see what is wrong in the nation when it comes to staple foods. When there is no food, when there is hunger, crime enters. Fathers that cannot feed their families end up committing suicide. There is starvation in the land. Imagine probably maybe when you are the person was 3 years old, 25 years later, oh, why did your father die? Because he killed himself. Why? Because he could not feed his family. Mr. Speaker, I think this is a very serious matter and we seriously need to look into it. Thank you so much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. I call any member, any seconder of this motion. Honorable Sharon.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My honorable colleagues, I am Honorable Sharon Wonsu, representing the exquisite and elegant people of Abia State. Mr. Speaker, I rise to second the motion which my honorable colleague, Honorable Anita, has proposed to this House, which is on the regulation of commodity prices on staple goods. Mr. Speaker, in recent years and months, the prices have become outrageous on staple goods. We are talking about staple foods. These are the basic food that make up a person's diet for the day. We're talking about rice, we're talking about beans, we're talking about yam, gari, oil, meat, name it. And yet, men cannot afford to buy these foodstuffs and feed their families adequately. Mr. Speaker, presently I say to you, there is persistent manifestation of hunger in many parts of Nigeria, not because there is famine in the land, and not because these food commodities are scarce. But the issue here is, can they afford to buy it? Even as so, my colleague spoke on hoarding. Some farmers hold back their products and don't release it. Why? Because they believe there is going to be an increase in price over the time. And yet, they are not proven wrong. After a certain time, the prices of these food items increase and they bring it out to sell. And the outrageous thing is that in some other parts of the country, the prices of this commodity are lesser. And in some other parts of the nation, the prices of these commodities are higher. It gets as bad as you go to the market today to get, for instance, rice, and you go back the next day, you can't buy it the same price. I'm not talking about the difference in weeks. I am not talking about the difference in months. Now, it is even as bad as you go to the market to buy goods and they'll tell you, wait, let me check my invoice. Have they added? Have the price been increased? I went to the market last week and I wanted to get oil. And the man told me I can't sell. I was like, why? He said he has not gotten his invoice for his goods that have been brought. And he cannot sell it at the old price because he is very sure there is an increase. Mr. Speaker, I put it to the House. Is this good for our country? Nigeria, we know today, is a land of fertility, is a land where many don't go hungry. We don't only feed our nation, we feed our surrounding nations. But what is happening presently? What can we say is the problem? And just to support the point Honorable Anita has said, even when situations that have caused the hike in these prices are being made better, why don't the price go back to the way it usually is? I know many of us seated here can afford to buy this foodstuff, but I want to ask a question. Can our gatesmen afford these prices? Can the orphans in the orphanage home eat and be okay? Do they have to starve because they are not remembered? Can you go and give a bag of rice, which is presently 100,000, that you cannot buy for your family, and you go to drop it in an orphanage home? Those children are there, Mr. Speaker. They are hungry. And as it is, crime is on the high increase. Fathers have lost control of their children. Men are losing control of their wives because of hunger. And like it is popularly said, an hungry man is an angry man. Mr. Speaker, my prayer is that institutions be put in place to see to the regulation of these prices. And if possible, items like fertilizers be subsidized in rates so that our farmers can be able to purchase and increase the productivity in our goods and in our foods. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Sharon, for that well-thought debate. Any member in opposition to this motion? Honorable Justin.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. My honorable colleagues, my name is Honorable Justin Odenkalo. I represent the good people of Eastern Heartland, Imo State. My speaker, sir, and my honorable colleagues, I stand here to oppose the motion raised by my honorable colleague, Honorable Anita, saying that there should be a stable price on goods. Mr. Speaker, I think that my honorable colleague did not thought it wise before bringing this motion here. Exactly. Because if she does, my honorable speaker, they should as well know that there are some implications of this particular motion. To start with, have you thought about the impact in which this your motion will do in government budget? I am coming. Don't be too hasty to ask me how. I will explain to you how. Now, when you talk about having a stable goods, let me ask you one question. I go to my farm. I deal with herdsmen. I struggle to, bring out my goods. And you are to tell me that I must sell it to 100 naira. Are you kidding me? You cannot be serious. put it this way. If I happen to sell it at that 100 naira, what happened to all the effort I put in that? Let me tell you that when you talk about having a regulating body that regulates the prices of the goods, what that means is the dynamics of product in the market will change because people are going to be producing inferior materials. Let us have that in mind. Calm down. Inferior goods, because if I am to use one cup of water, if I am to use one cup, Honorable Larry, I have the floor now. Please hold on.
Order, please, honorable colleague.
If you are talking about I am to produce one loaf of bread with maybe 1 cup of flour, but because when I look at the government has a particular price, what that means is I am going to use 1 cup of flour to produce like 20 bread. I am coming. In order to do what? In order to beat the price of what I am spending.
Honorable Justin, please make your point quickly. You don't have time.
Oh, I'm sorry, my honorable speaker. Now, I don't think I always arrive. I know what I'm saying. So please, my honorable speaker, I am also telling you that when you look at a 2019 study by the International Monetary Fund, it says that regulated goods in developing economy often had 20 to 40% lower quality than market price alternatives. I am not the one that wrote this. This is being written by the IMF. So I am telling you, I said a study in 2019. So what I'm saying and what I'm suggesting to this house is, please, sir, Mr. Speaker, and my honorable colleagues, the motion raised by my honorable colleague, Honorable Anita, should and must have to trash into the legislative dustbin because it has no basis. It has no basis. I have not seen the point in which this should stand. And Mr. Speaker, if this is to be passed here, I'm sorry, Mr. Speaker, all of us are going to suffer it. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much, the auditor of our time, a man of many words. Thank you. Yes, any member in opposition to this motion? Honorable Adidi.
Mr. Speaker, my honorable colleagues, my name is Honorable Adidi Abdulmuminu, representing the good people of Ekiti State. I'm here today to oppose the motion being proposed by Honorable Anita on the regularization of the commodity prices in Nigeria. Inasmuch as it is paramount to address the high cost of living that we are all facing today, I tell you that there are more implications than to regulate the price, and that's not the way forward. It's not sustainable, it's not achievable, and I don't even know why it's even takeable. For a country that the government alone cannot control the cost of production, how do you now determine the price of these goods? My speaker, my honorable colleagues, in the past we've seen these attempts and we know how it all play out. Instead of helping the lives of Nigeria, it's worsening the situation by causing scarcity, inflation, and increased black market. I'll give us a very good example of rice, maize, and wheat. Let's start with rice. Because of the limitation of importation, just to control the prices of rice in the market, Mr. Speaker, we end up paying higher than what we were supposed to. And not just that, this was because we wanted to increase the local production of rice. But what happens? Local production could not meet up with the demands, thereby increasing the avenue for smugglers to sell their rice as higher as they were, even as more higher than they were selling before, which was not supposed to be the case. And for the maize, Mr. Speaker, the federal government tries to control the price of fertilizer for maize, thereby pushing those that relent on maize to raise their cost of production, thereby affecting the poultry and the chicken. We all know how much we were buying eggs in 2024, 2002, 2003. How much are we buying it today? And it's simply because of an attempt of the federal government to control the price without putting proper measures in place. I'm not saying that the idea is bad, but what have we put in place before embarking on such journey? Mr. Speaker, another very good example is our bread. We know how much we are buying bread as of January last year. How much are we buying bread today, which is a common food in our homes? We pay over 2,000, if not even more, as we speak today. Mr. Speaker, instead of regulating the prices, I suggest that we as a government should support local producers so that they can increase more production, thereby having access, thereby increasing accessibility, affordability, and even quality goods, instead of forcing the cost of production down their throat just to determine the price you want for them. The little we could do, which is just the fuel subsidy, and also to help in currency devaluation. What did we do? We fed our people, thereby costing high rise of commodities in the market. You all say pepper is cost, tomato is cost, rice is cost. Did you farm them? How did you get them to your houses? Transportation. So therefore, it must also affect that. Also, don't forget, regulation of commodities also is going to reduce innovation, which will therefore triple the development and development of the economy. And as a developing country, we can't take that. We can't even think of that. The last but not the least as well, Mr. Speaker, my honorable colleague, instead of regulating the prices, let's check how we can come together to form a private and public partnership to drive innovation, to see how we can utilize our diverse resources, our skills, our technical know-how, and our intellectual property to create a more friendly market where all Nigerians will have access to affordable goods and services. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Ladidi. Yes, any member supporting this motion? Yes, Honorable Cletus. Honorable Cletus, you a man of many words. Please keep it
Mr.
very
Speaker,
and precise.
honorable colleagues, I am Honorable Cletus Ojuso Opo, representing the People Paradise. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Cross River State. Mr. Speaker, I cannot watch my people back home crying every day, sending me messages, and I will come to this house, sit in this place, listen to people countering important discussion that is supposed to help ordinary citizens in the streets. Mr. Speaker, we are talking about the food that people eat to live. Mr. Speaker, if I left my house this morning without eating anything, I don't think I will be here this morning. And that is because I afford what I ate. But what about other people that cannot afford to eat? Mr. Speaker, we are talking about regulating prices. We are not talking about stopping people from getting the commodities. We are not talking about stopping the farmers from producing. Mr. Speaker, we have Ministry of Agriculture that help us to manage this situation with our farmers. Mr. Speaker, we supply fertilizers to farmers consistently every season. Mr. Speaker, we are talking about the issue. If, Mr. Speaker, I am representing my people, and in every budget, I have an allocation to support my constituency, to support my state. Mr. Speaker, it will be very important for me and for everybody in this house to note that this allocation should not be for waste. We should manage this allocation, send these monies to where they are supposed to be sent to. Mr. Speaker, may I call your attention to what is happening right now? Go to social media. There is a woman that have been sent to prison because she killed her child, one of her child, just to feed others. That is because she could not afford ordinary rice, a cup of rice.
afford a cup of rice. Mr. Speaker, before now, a cup of rice is sold at 50 naira. Mr. Speaker, as we speak, a cup of rice have rise to 350 naira, if not more. So what are we talking about? What are we talking about? If we can, Mr. Speaker, I am distracted.
Honorable colleagues, please maintain order.
Mr. Speaker,
maintain order, please.
If you may permit me.
Honorable Cletus, you are a man of many words, like I said. You are advised to keep it straight and simple. You have just a minute to argue.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, thank you so much. Mr. Speaker, like I was saying, we are in a country where a minimum wage is 30,000 naira. And even when we propose the minimum wage to move from 30,000 naira to 70,000 naira, some governors of some states are saying that it's too much for them to pay, that there are no revenues to generate these funds to pay the civil servant. Mr. Speaker, and a bag of rice is sold at 140, 130,000 respectively. Mr. Speaker, how will these people feed their families? How can we get a bag of rice to feed our families? If I can afford a bag of rice to feed my family, what about the people that I am representing in this house? Mr. Speaker, will I even have access to my house in my village? Will they allow me to go to my village because people are hungry? Mr. Speaker, there is no smoke without fire. Yes. We are talking about insecurity here. The reason for insecurity is hunger.
Thank you very much, Honorable Cletus. Thank you very much. Please, your time is up. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, thank you for the time. We appreciate you give us more time. But if there is none, I respect you as
Cletus,
my leader. Thank
Cletus,
you, sir.
You are a man of many words. You are a man of many words. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes. Any member in opposition to this motion? Honorable Emmanuel Bala.
Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, my name is Emmanuel Bala Musa, representing the good people of Katsina State, the home of hospitality. Mr. Speaker, I'm privileged to be an entrepreneur in the past 10 years. And I'm also privileged to attend a lot of conferences, seminars, both from government agency and the private sector. And I can assure you that this motion being raised by UUP will never be favorable to the entrepreneurs, even the masses, the stakeholders, and even our economy. It is quite unfortunate that the UUP did not understand that we already have institutions that try to curtail the high price of goods in the market. Currently, right now, we have about 3 government agencies that does that. We have the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission. We also have... Hey, listen to me.
Order, please, honorable colleagues.
I have the floor, please. Thank you. We have the Competition, Consumer and Protection Commission. Then we also have the Federal Trade Commissions. These 3 agencies are saddled with the responsibility to try to curtail the high prices of goods in the market. Now, I want us to understand that Nigeria is a democratic government, not a communist. You understand? And in democratic government, there are free flow of prices of goods in the market. Now, yeah, capitalist economy. Now, it may interest you to know. Listen to me.
Honorable Emmanuel, please, you may quickly round up your points. Your time is up.
It may interest you to know that the countries that are running the communists, which allow the regulation of prices, are currently in a state of comatose and quagmire. In short, countries like Cuba and Venezuela are suffering in high level of poverty and hardship. And they are communists because they have allowed the regulation of prices. The economy is dead. So why should Nigeria embrace such? We shouldn't allow that. You understand? I am from Katsina State. Katsina is a low-income state. Now imagine regulated prices of goods. It's going to be very difficult for people from my state to be able to compete favorably from people in the south, because life in Katsina and goods are quite cheaper. Goods in the northern part of Nigeria are quite cheaper compared to goods in the southern part of Nigeria. So it will be injustice for you to tell us that the price should be universal all over the country. So it's going to affect your people.
Thank you very much, Emmanuel. Thank you very much, Emmanuel.
I want to plead with the House.
Thank you.
Please, Mr. Speaker, I want to plead with the House for this motion to be vehemently, wholeheartedly, and passionately be rejected. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Emmanuel. Order, please, Honorable colleague. Order, please, Honorable colleague. Thank you very much, Honorable Emmanuel Bala. Any member in support of the motion? Okay, please, Honorable Arowolo, please, you have 2 minutes.
Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, my name is Honorable Arowolo Olayemi Joshua, representing the good people of Osun State. Mr. Speaker, I am very sad because of the engagement on a critical matter such as the living hope of people. I think in the entirety of the conversation that already exists, they do not understand why the matter of staple goods is very specific in the motion that Honorable Anita stated. It means that it is not just about shoes, it is not just about clothing, it is not just about cars, it is not just about houses, it is about food that people have to eat to be alive, to be even able to engage on anything. Mr. Speaker, every conversation that already exists here is one that is premised upon the lack of understanding of these things. But I'll just give you one clarification. There are 2 stakeholders in today's motion. One, the consumers and the producers. Let me show you how this motion backs up both of them. First, when hoarding exists, this is what happened. People know that if I keep back food to myself, in 2 weeks' time, I can come to sell the food that is 300 naira, 5,000 naira, and nobody's going to hold me accountable to it. That is not a problem if this is not something that every human being is dependent on. But this is then the problem, because you know that you can hoard food and inflation can happen, but you will still gain. You go ahead to do this. But in entirety, note that the regulation of this thing is one that can be done regionally. Because what Honorable Anita says is that we are going to set up a committee. This is what the committee will then do. They will set up committees that review. So if you are around places that these foods are available, this is the ceiling of the price, this is the floor of the price. You will not set the cost, the food products above this price because it's available in this site. But in those places where it's not available, that committee is going to review and calculate transportation cost and every cost and give a cost that this food is going to be sold in. At the end of the day, we protect the producers or the retailers of these things, because we do not give them prices that is going to hinder them, but we also give them prices that will be available or accessible to basic Nigerians, because the entirety of our stand here is to protect the interests or to even at worst keep alive every human that is here. Mr. Speaker, this is our resolution.
Thank you.
We say that we set up a committee, that's going to regionally review this cost and give cost or prices based on the need and the peculiarities of different areas, hereby protecting both the consumers and the producers so that nobody loses but everybody have access to food. At the end of the day, we are able to protect the nation from high level inflation, which by extension leads to crime, which by extension leads to a lot of other things. Every motion that we're going to raise in this house is going to be irrelevant if we don't have people alive.
Thank you very much, Honorable Joshua. You've spoken very well on this motion. Yes, any other member in opposition? Member in opposition? Yes, Honorable Adeleke.
Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, my name is Honorable John Adeleke, and I represent the good people of Oyo State, known for the peace setter. I want us to know in this house that we have 30% of Nigerians that are into farming. And Honorable Cletus made mention of the woman that went into crime because of she wants to feed her child. Crime is not an excuse for you. It's not an excuse for you to go into crime to feed people. Excuse me. It is not an option.
Order, please.
I'm trying to let you know that going into crime is never an option. Before now, Nigerians are known for good agriculture, and when we ignore our agricultural system, we start focusing on other like oil booms and the likes. We forget agriculture. We do more of importation than exportation. Please, what do you expect? Nigeria is known for the best cocoa export over the years. What happened to our cocoa farms?
Honorable Adeleke, please make your point clearly.
My point is that if we are regulating the price, that will also cause inflation. It does not stop inflation. Because the government will continue to be funding subsidy. Let's have that in mind. Yes, the government will continue to be paying in order to maintain the price of what they have regulated. So we should have this at the back of our mind. I've said
Thank
that.
You
I
very
think
much,
you're not paying attention,
Honorable.
So
thank you very much, Honorable Adeleke. Please, your final words in 5 seconds.
my encouragement to this house is that we should my prayers to this house is that we should do more of going back into agriculture. Because if we have more food, if I have more food in my house, if you have more food, we will do less of going into the market to buy from people that have increased the prices of their commodity. And we will have more food in order to export to help our GDP and our economy of the country.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I'm saying if you go back into agriculture and we have more food, that will be a solution.
Honorable Adeleke, thank
you
you very much. Thank you. Please, I invite Honorable Anita to please give a final words on this motion.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you.
My honorable colleagues, I still remain Honorable Anita representing the good people of Kaduna State. Honorable John, I disagree. You are saying what you're saying because you have a choice. There are people out there that do not have choices. Thank you. Even if people in the house here, as I've said before, can afford these items, not everybody can. Honorable Ladidi mentioned the cost of production. I hope you are aware that for every commodity put in the market there is a profit, a tax laid on it. Therefore, because of that, people should not be in detriment because of that. For selfish reasons, if a price is supposed to be 100 naira, let it be 100 naira. Do not say it is 150 because you want to make excessive profit. Honorable Adeleke said we should go back to agriculture. What did the previous government do? Is that not why the borders were locked? Yes or no?
Order, please, Honorable.
Yes. Please,
Order,
thank
please,
you,
Honorable
thank
colleague.
you. Thank you.
Please, Honorable Anita, you have 30 seconds.
Okay. Honorable Speaker, my prayer still remains. Let this House move the motion to regulate staple food prices in the market. Let institutions be set up to do that, and let the right people be put in place so that it can take effectiveness immediately. Let the cost of living not kill the living. Yes. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you very much, honorable colleagues, for the wonderful debate. Order, please, honorable colleague. Order, please, honorable colleague. Honorable colleagues, you have debated very well on this very topical motion on the need that cost of living should not kill the living. At this point, I will invite any member of the audience who have anything to contribute to the discussion may please identify, rise and speak. Okay, please.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable members of the House, thank you very much. My name is Christian Opara Obioma. I'm from Imo State, and I'm happy to be here this evening in the Nigerian House of Commons TV show. I got to hear about this program via the social media handles, and I said I must come to witness it today. I'm coming here today. I'm very happy to hear the motions that's been discussed by the honorable members of this House, especially this particular motion about the regulation of the prices of staple goods. You people have heard your own opinion based on honorable members that you are, but as a person from the street, or as an ordinary person, as an ordinary Nigerian, I want to quickly just say something about this particular. Yes, somebody like me, most time when I come to Abuja, there's a particular woman I used to go and eat food from, Mame Ebuka. Some 4 months ago when I visited, I ate a plate of food there for 850 naira. But just yesterday, I went to the same Mame Ebuka, a plate of food is 3,500. To me, I feel, I'm not blaming her because I know the prices of the staple foods in the market have actually skyrocketed the price of food. So it therefore means for somebody like me that can eat swallow 2 times in a day, I have to reduce. I may not be able to even eat 2 times in a day. No more 3 square meal. Most time when I visit, I normally buy loaves of bread for my cousins and my younger ones. But this time around, I couldn't even buy even a loaf. And when I got to my sister's house, the children were asking me, "Uncle, you didn't buy bread." And I have to turn to a preacher. I told them, man cannot live by bread alone. I have a friend who works with a conglomerate. Let me not mention the name of this organization. Most time when I visit, I go to his office because I know the time in his office. They normally serve 3-course meal as lunch. So I normally go there because I know the time for this lunch. I'm not joking. To partake is the advantage of having a friend that works in such kind of organization. So I'm surprised I went there yesterday at the same time. 3-course meal, nothing was served. I was forced to ask him because he's my bosom friend. Guy, how far? Nothing there. He said, bros, we know they serve food here again. So what I'm trying to say is affecting both the poor and the rich. One of my worry friends used to say, teacher, we teach us balanced diet. Don't drink garita at this period. So my honorable colleagues, Mr. Speaker, I'm just saying the motion in this house today is a particular one that has affected both the poor, both the rich, both the north, the south. The price of staple food to me, as an ordinary person, I feel should be regulated. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Christine. Honorable colleagues, Mr. Christine has just advised us. Now the summary of his speech is: anywhere you see free food, don't hesitate to help yourself. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please, any other member of the audience, please, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Distinguished members, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ikechukwu J. Iwozo. I'm a lawyer. I'm just a keen observer. I've listened to the arguments on the topic of regulation of commodity prices on staple food. I know that there are merits to regulation and there are also merits to when you have no regulation. So you figure that in this age and time, much as it is advised to put a ceiling so that the average man can have food, on the other end, we're talking about having a national budget and we're talking about having almost nothing to save. So the purpose and the knock-on effect of putting regulation on pricing is that you stretch the reserves or like resources you have, and you cannot do that. And then if you're also paying attention to the fact that we operate a democracy and then we operate like a free market economy, which simply dictates that you cannot really legislate prices. Like the simple economics will tell you demand and supply dictates prices and all of that. So the implication of that simply is that at the end of the day, people have bear costs to have these products available and all of that. And where you have, and then these things are like, there are consequences. Some of it is that you have cost of production and cost of delivery and all of that. And then this is now what to determine the price. And then if you go about trying to like put a ceiling to it or legislate the prices, you didn't be told about the consequences of that. It's either that you are shortchanging the producers, and then it swings both ways. So in the end, there are merits to both of it, but the best way to go about it could be that you leave it to be free market economy, and then the competition will also drive people to when I listen to the arguments, I'm tending to lean to the people who supported leave the no ceiling to the prices so that the market dictates the prices, and therefore the producers gets to set the prices and all of that. So if you let the government put a price to it, it will hamstring the producers, and eventually the economy will tank and all of that. This is my token contribution to the debate. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, our guests in the house. Please, the fact checker, please kindly assist us in putting the record straight based on the presentations made by honorable members in the house.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and greetings to members of the House. Both sides of the arguments were presented with valuable statements and valid statements. Compared to the last episodes where claims were flying around, this time around the claims were minimal. Majorly, we identified two claims. The first was made by Honorable Odinkalu Justin, where he said the IMF, he quoted the IMF that said developing countries produce 20% to 30% lower quality of goods, right? Okay. Yeah, we made a check. As of June 2024, IMF in the document titled "The Price of De-risking, Reshoring, Friendshoring, and Quality Downgrading." The document was produced in June 2024, and the statistics in the document is 8%. Not 20 or 40%. 2019. Oh, wow.
Allow him to do his work.
Okay.
Order, please, honorable colleague. Order.
Okay. Then that means I will still have to make more findings on that. And the next was made by Mr. John Adeleke. You stated that 30% of Nigerians 35% of Nigerians are into farming or agriculture? Farming. Okay.
Order, please, honorable colleague.
What I found, if the claim you made was 35%, then it is incorrect. According to the National Bureau of Statistics, as of 2023, the statistics is 30.1%. Okay.
Thank you.
So,
Honorable Adeleke, you are not called upon to provide proof. You are overruled.
If it's into if you mention agriculture and not farming, then we are going to be having 70%. And yeah, the agriculture sector employed more than 36% of Nigeria's labor force. So if your claim is 35%, you're wrong. So basically, those are the two claims that we identify within the period. 2019. Oh, I will have to make more findings on that.
Thank you very much. All that please, honorable colleague.
You have done your work.
All that please, honorable colleague. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, the fact checker. Honorable colleagues, we have before us a very, very important motion urging this House not to let the cost of living to kill the living. The motion is on the regulation of prices of staple goods in the market. This House will recall that as some time ago, the Federal High Court, sitting in Lagos, in a suit brought by Chief Femi Falana SAN against the Attorney General of the Federation, the court gave a judgment by my Lord Honorable Justice Ambrose Lewis Alagwa, delivered the landmark judgment directing the federal government to regulate the prices of goods, of essential commodities. And in that suit, essential commodities were listed as milk, sugar, salt, and other petroleum products like kerosene, gasoline, and the likes. Honorable members, our role as legislators should be, if you ask me, to see how the judgment of the Federal High Court should be enforced to its letters. We live in a country where men, husbands, and brothers have lost their pride due to the fact that they are unable to provide for their families. There is hunger everywhere in the land. Nigerians are suffering. Is this how we want to continue? No. We must be sincere to ourselves. Have we lost our conscience as a nation? Why do people want to make excessive gains? I think our duties as our role as honorable members should be to promote fairness, affordability, and stability in the Nigerian market. We should not do things that will hinder the growth of Nigeria, or things that will place more burden on Nigerians. Nigerians have been carrying a lot of burden already. If there's anything we can do to ease their burden, I urge you, honorable members, to please do so, irrespective of our party differences, constituency differences, or whatever differences. Let's not forget our differences, but let's understand our differences and bring it together for the overall good and growth of Nigeria. So I put the question, honorable colleagues, on the motion to regulate commodity prices on staple goods. Those in support of this motion say aye. Aye. Those against the motion say nay. Nay. Honorable members, I put the question again on the motion to regulate commodity prices on staple goods. Those in support of the motion say aye. Aye. Those against the motion say nay. Nay. The ayes have it. Thank you very much, honorable colleagues. Order, please, honorable colleague. Order, please, honorable colleague. Order, please, honorable colleague. Please, leader of the house. Leader of the house, please move for the adjournment of plenary.
Mr. Speaker, my honorable colleagues, I am Honorable Adenuga Boluwatife, representing the flamboyant the exquisite and very expensive people of Ogun State, Nigeria. I hereby move a motion for adjournment of this plenary to the next adjourned date as agreed by the House.
Thank you. Seconder, please. Minority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, my honorable colleagues.
The dancing honorable.
My name is Arowolo Olayemi Oluwafarabale Damilari Joshua, representing the good people of Osun State, the state of the living spring. I hereby second the motion for the adjournment to a later date. Thank you very much, Mr.
Thank
Speaker.
you very much, Honorable Joshua, the dancing honorable and the think tank of UAP. Honorable members, the motion before this honorable House is that the House stand adjourned to conduct further legislative business on a later date. Those in support of the motion say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. Nay. The ayes have it. Thank you very much. The House is hereby adjourned to a later date to be communicated to honorable members. All right.
Topic that affects every single individual and every Nigerian family. Proposed by the Unity by Uniformity Party, a member of the party insisted that the government should regulate price of commodities, insisting that if this is done, it will impact our economy positively. They cited instances of how prices have increased drastically and how prices in different parts of the market in a state locality are different. However, members of the Unity in Diversity Party insisted that regulating prices is not a solution to our economic problems in the country. They said that when prices are regulated in the country or in the state, it will impact the economy negatively. Anyways, we are reminded by our dialogues here to ensure that we have informed dialogue on issues that affect our daily lives. Thank you to our honorable members, to our esteemed viewers, and of course Africana League for ensuring that we have such a space to have these conversations. Until next time, let us be informed of solutions that support both accessibility and economic empowerment. Thank you.
Have you ever wondered what federal government projects are going on in Nigeria? Have you ever wanted to find out the duration of a road under construction or how much it costs? With iMark, you can do just that and more. iMark is an application that gives citizens the ability to discover, track, and give feedback on over 36,000 projects in Nigeria. To get started, visit www.imark.ng.